Hi, hello, it's me, Popo. Welcome back to another video. It's me. Wait, who cares? Today we'll be listening to 22 true creepy stories, neighbor stories. Yeah. Also, we'll be playing Block Shoots. I closed for some reason my Block Shoots crashed. Let's go. So yeah, as always, I will be acting like I'm in the story sometimes. So yeah, just because why not? It's funny. So like, yeah.
Hey
Let's go.
everyone.
The reason why we're
Welcome
listening
back
to
to
it
a new
also is
video.
just because
So for
I'm
today's
bored
video,
and I
we're
don't
doing
want
something
to be annoyed.
special. As you all know, creepy neighbor stories is one of my
Also, I'm
favorite
on Dark
topics,
Master this
and just
time.
about every single one of them that I do, they do really well on the channel. So in today's video, you're getting a massive compilation of creepy neighbor stories that I've done throughout the past year and up to present. I really hope you enjoy this, and if you want me to do more, comment down below and let me know. And if you have your own scary story, you can submit that to me directly at southerncannibal.com. And without further ado, let's get into the stories. And as always, stay hungry.
So when we get the second CMN, I might have AE's go on my account
Several years ago, when I was 25 years
because
old, I lived with at the time
I
one of
need
my
him
best
on
friends.
because I need him to
Our
sell some
friendship
flame leads.
eventually
So like,
started
let me find my
dwindling,
stand
so she was rarely home.
because
This night, however, she ended up staying at our place and then heading to
that's
bed
a pretty
pretty
bad
early.
stand.
I was a server at the time, so I stayed up pretty late,
We're
usually
gonna play them
drinking
all
tea
in
and smoking pot.
there because I
This
have
night was no
elemental and
different
I
than
just
any
want
other,
to.
except for the fact that my neighbors
I'm
actually tried
not
to
winning
creep
any
with me.
bosses fights.
I'll go ahead and give you some background information on
I
my
need stat
house and my
refunds, but
neighbors.
like
We lived in a
I
3-bedroom
don't
house
have
with
any
2
Robux on this
bedrooms and a
account. It's
kitchen
the
facing
only account I
opposing
don't have
neighbors.
Robux on. So like,
They were a younger couple living in a smaller mill house. They were constantly coming to our door asking for handouts. Now, normally I'd be really happy to help a neighbor out, but they would come over and ask for crazy things like for us to fill up an old Mountain Dew bottle with water because theirs had shut off or something, as
that's
well
not
as
that
for
bad.
beer, and they once literally asked us for $1. They would consistently be knocking at our door to ask for help, and whenever we wouldn't answer, I would peek through the window to either see them jacking cigarette butts from the ashtray or pressing their eyeballs against the door peephole to see if they could spot us. It was really strange. Anyway,
Oh,
there I was smoking some weed and watching some YouTube on my couch
well,
when I then heard a knock
don't
at the door. I rolled my eyes because I knew exactly who had came knocking. It was 11 p.m. and I checked the
don't
peephole,
tell me I use
and sure
any of
enough,
this.
it was the boyfriend right on my porch. Normally I'd just walk away and continue with my life, but he looked like he was in distress this night, so I opened the door to see what was up.
Hey, I just wanted to come over and see if you would film my engagement. I got my girlfriend a ring here in my pocket, and I need you to follow me to my backyard and film it for me.
Baffled but really curious, I told him congrats and said that I'd be out in just a second and just needed to put my shoes on. I shut the door behind me, then locked it. Quickly, I ran into the back room that looked out into their backyard. I started peeking through the blinds to see the setup. Nothing. It was pitch black darkness. There was absolutely no sign of decorations or anything like that. Now naturally, I woke up my roommate to tell her what was going on. Yeah, screw that, she said to me, and we both walked back up to the door after the boyfriend started banging on the door. I looked through the peephole again. I couldn't really see anything, and I was really confused. That is, until I saw him pull his eyeball away from the peephole. I quickly turned around and then put my back right up against the door. My roommate came running back to the door from her room holding 2 wire hangers for protection. We both just clung into the hangers and sat up against the door until he finally left. We were so freaked out, but we wanted to make sure that we weren't overreacting. We decided to go out our back door and hopped into her car so we could do a drive-by. They always had their
A
front door
drive-by.
open, and they also didn't have any blinds,
Oh
so it was
yeah,
really easy to see in their house.
yeah, it's
Very
good.
slowly, we crept by in her car and peered into the living room.
Oh yeah, my bad for
Sitting on
being
the couch
quiet.
and all staring at the wall
It's very
was
quiet
there
right
the
now.
couple and the older man. We sped off and we ended
That's
up staying at a friend's house that night.
an older man, huh?
I never answered the door for either of them ever again.
Good.
One day I came home from work and there was an older lady that was parked in their driveway. She walked up to me as I got out of my car and asked if I knew where the neighbors were.
No.
I told her
Why?
that I hadn't seen them in quite a while, and she informed me that she was the owner of the house. She told me that they were months late on rent and it finally came to evict them. She entered the home to find it completely trashed, needles and garbage all over the place, holes in the wall, and literally shit on the floor.
Oh my.
I told her I was really sorry to hear that she had to deal with all that, but that I was happy they were finally gone. I'm really not 100% sure what was going on that night, but I'm really glad that I didn't follow him to the backyard. Who the hell knows what they actually had planned?
The Bob will come back to kill us. It's fine.
Before starting the story, I wanted to share some context.
It's not fine.
I'm a 26-year-old female who unfortunately gets a lot of unwanted attention. I'm married, and at the time of this story, my husband's brother had lived with us. We live in newly built townhomes, and everyone in the unit had actually moved in within the same week of each other. In the townhome next to us lived a mom and her late 20, early 30-year-old son. And next to them lives another young married couple. We'll
Really?
call her I and him P.
I and
We became friends
MP.
with them because we're in the same age group.
You know, we probably
Well, this
shouldn't,
happened
but
a
okay.
little over a year ago, and we noticed that the mom and son
It's
had a guest
fine.
staying with them. We didn't think much of it.
Why?
Well, one morning I was walking my dog, and as soon as I walked out the door, I began to smell cigarettes. But I didn't really think too much of it because my brother-in-law smokes. Right in front of our townhome is a
Oi,
little patch
quit
of land that
smoking,
hasn't
man.
been built on yet, and I always walk my dog around there every morning.
Why?
Once I reached it, I had heard someone behind me then
I'm just not good.
say,
Never mind.
You
So the crazy X stories again. No one will do stalker stories. Actually, almost kidnap stories.
My
not-
story is something that most folks in my area refuse to believe.
Can't
I
why?
have close.
I don't know what to watch. I'll just do that.
My story is something that most folks in my area refuse to believe.
Mm.
I have
Why
close
is
friends
that?
and family who don't think I'm truthful of the situation. And
I
they think I'm making
am
up a rumor.
though.
But everything I've experienced is real. Around the spring of 2017, I had experienced something that I really hope no one will ever have to go through.
What is it?
I live on
I
the
can't
north shore
remember.
of Louisiana in a country town. Me and my friends are your standard country boys who like to fish, hunt, and chase girls. My friend Tyler and I were fishing on what I thought was private property. We had been out for maybe about an hour until we were interrupted by a man.
What are you boys doing? Fishing?
Yeah.
Yes, sir, Tyler said. Yeah, we've never cast it out around this area before, and we seem to be pretty successful. This man was
That's
very
good.
friendly, and he showed us some tips and tricks to catch it.
You boys are really catching on and learning fast. What do you do for work?
The man asked.
Nothing.
We explained to the
YouTube
gentleman
videos.
that Tyler worked at a local grocery store and that I worked at a car wash.
That's a lie.
The man laughed and said,
Well, y'all probably don't make any money doing that, do ya?
we can tell he was just messing with us and being playful,
No, I
so we
can't.
took it as a joke. Then he began to tell us that we can make a ton of money selling insurance.
Not
We weren't really
good,
interested,
I
but he went on and on about
guess.
selling insurance. I'm not sure at what part of the conversation we introduced ourselves, but he told us people around here just called him Uncle Sid. He asked us if we were thirsty,
Who would
We both
I would
said
never call
yeah.
someone Uncle
so he told us he
Sid?
was going to run to his house and grab us a couple of
Mm,
coats.
Nah,
after he
I
was
would not
gone,
trust.
Tyler and I
Not
must have been
trusting.
thinking the same thing, because we both decided it would be a good time to leave.
Yeah, good.
Uncle Sid was nice, but he was quite the talker.
I
and
call
we
him
really
Uncle
just wanted to
Sid. His
fish.
name is Uncle
That
Sid.
night I came home and my older brother was watching TV. I told him about Tyler and I's encounter while fishing, and my brother told me he actually knew Uncle Sid. He said that he's a really good man and does a lot for the town we live in. He also mentioned that Uncle Sid has a great house. My brother didn't really go on to tell me about it, and I
Now
headed
we
up
can
for
do
bed.
this.
The next day I was headed to the same spot to catch some fish.
I love ice, but
Tyler
it's
wasn't with me,
like
and I thought some time with
I
myself
can't
in
use
the
his
water wouldn't
abilities.
hurt. After being in my spot for a while, I had little to no luck with fish, and it started to pour down raining. I was walking through the street when a truck stopped near me. It was Uncle Sid.
Hey man, I guess you didn't like the Coke.
He laughed. I told him we were sorry for bailing on him yesterday, but that my mom called and needed us home after he left. Uncle Sid offered me a ride home, and I trusted him since my brother told me he was such a good guy. On the ride home, he asked if I had been considering the insurance adjustment job. I told him that it sounded like a great gig, but that I was in school for business. He then laughed and said, "That's stupid. You don't need school to start a business."
Yeah, you
It
do.
kind of offended me since he had no idea what my life plan was. But I was just
School for
thankful to be out
business.
of the rain. He told me he was going to run into the local Dollar General,
Hey,
and he told me to wait in his truck until he got back.
no.
He asked if I wanted anything, and I politely declined.
Yeah, I'm
When he
good, man.
returned, he had surprised me with a Coke and a Slim Jim. I was honestly
Boy,
very
God.
happy with this pleasant surprise. He dropped me off and we sat in his car talking, since he was now going on about how he would like to someday go to Costa Rica. I started to become annoyed, and I then interrupted him. "Man, I have to get home. Thanks for the ride." I felt bad after doing that, since he had just given me a ride and got me a snack, but I was really in a rush to get out of the vehicle. Uncle Sid was oddly pushy, but also overly nice, but kind of an asshole at the same time. The next day I had slept in, and I was off of work. It was a Thursday, so both of my parents and my brother were at work, so I was home alone. I got up to make some coffee, and had been sitting at the
Uncle Sid's
dining
gonna
room
come.
table
I already know
when I
it.
saw what I thought was a figure at the dining room window. When I
Hey,
looked at
who's
it,
there?
it was gone.
Who's there?
I thought nothing of it
I don't
as I
know.
went to let the dog out.
Alright, we are
I
here. The
noticed
game
Uncle
plan
Sid
is,
was
I
now
don't
in my
know.
backyard. I
Wait.
stepped out and I asked
Guess
what he was
who's
doing.
here?
He told me he had been trying to knock on my door for about an hour.
Why?
No one would answer. He said that the power was out at his place, and he needed to know if he could use my dad's generator. He mentioned my dad by name, and he said that they were actually really good friends. I wanted to be cool and let him use it, even though it was weird that he never mentioned knowing my
I thought
dad
that.
until now. I let him go with it, but I called my dad afterwards to confirm that he was letting this guy use his generator. When I called my dad, he told me he had no idea who Uncle Sid was, and that he better get the hell out of our yard. I went out to stop the man, but he was gone. The generator was also
should they
still
find-
in our shed. It was almost like I had dreamt what just happened. I was extremely
my
freaked
God.
out and had no idea if he was still on our property or not.
What?
I called Tyler and I
No!
told him what just happened, but he said that I was probably just tired and wasn't remembering what happened correctly. Tyler said that he ran
Tyler,
into
you
Uncle
Joe.
Sid at work, and that he had offered to take him to see the Saints play when football season came back. I told him not to do that, and that this man was very strange. He just ignored what I said
Some-
and continued to tell me that Uncle Sid was a good guy.
No, he is
I'm
not.
extremely tired of hearing just how great of a man this guy was. He was really weird, and he seemed to have no life. A few
No
days
life,
later,
imagine.
I found a letter in my mailbox. I opened it to read. "Hey dude, I hope you're not mad at me. You and your buddy can come fish anytime you want, and I'll take you to see the Saints when football season's back." I was really creeped out. Why did this guy leave me a letter? Does he not have anything better to do? I showed Tyler the note a few nights later, and he told me some bullshit like Uncle Sid was just lonely. But I just really think he didn't believe me. I think Tyler thought that I wrote the note myself. My brother Tyler and my parents all thought I was making up a bogus story about an innocent man for attention, and that really bothered me. I hadn't seen Uncle Sid for a few months at this point. I guess he finally got the idea that I wasn't some naive kid that he could take advantage of. That was the end of Sid, until sometime that summer. I received a package in the mail with no return address that had a book on insurance adjustment inside. I figured that it only came from one place.
I hate this
I just
game.
left it on my nightstand for a few
Like I said,
days.
we're going to die
I
a
planned to throw it
lot.
in the trash or just take it to Goodwill. But I opened it up, and a picture fell out of it. It was a photo of a young girl who must have been about 11 years old. On the back of the photo, it said, Peyton 2010. This gave me chills to my core.
That
I
is very
decided it was
chilly.
finally time to confront this guy.
Number
But I
15.
wanted to do it on Facebook to avoid any physical
Number
confrontation. This guy
15.
could have been dangerous.
Burger King? Butt
spent hours trying to hunt him down
lettuce.
on any form of social media, but I couldn't find a
Mom
thing.
was
And I
70.
eventually just gave up.
Fuddy
This was
football.
the end of Uncle Sid reaching out to me.
That's a
but
good thing.
Not my last encounter. I went back to fish one day in that spot near his home almost a year later.
Oh,
On my way there, I had passed the fence near his house, and I heard a man crying. I
why?
peeked through the fence to see him crying near a big picture of a young girl standing on a table. It looked just like the girl in the picture that he had left in the insurance book.
Yes.
I could hear him cry. Your scent, your touch, your lips. And that was all I could make out. I left the scene completely disgusted and disturbed.
Let's go. They
What
can't hear
led
me
to Uncle
anymore.
Sid being such a lonely and tormented small town man? Who was the girl? What was his obsession with her? I've always wondered who she could be.
Alright, we're going to focus on health now because I don't know. I
I was
can.
about 25 years old when this all happened. I had met someone on the Whisper app and started texting with him back and forth. We got to know each other, and he told me that his name was Denny. He was 26 and from Alabama. He had just moved to my state a few weeks prior, living with a friend he met on PlayStation just 45 minutes to an hour north of me. After about a week of chatting and him pushing me to meet in person, I agreed. I told him where I was working and that we could get a quick lunch. I did this so our first meeting would be brief, and I would have a reason to leave if anything went wrong. But I stupidly got in his truck, and we went to Panera. The meeting went okay,
Oh, my
and
life.
he did get me back to work on time. We shared a quick kiss and went on with our days.
Why'd
He
you
had
get
a
some?
very thick southern accent.
Oh,
At
it's
first, he was really
me.
attractive and cute, but by
Maha.
the end of all this, his accent bugged the hell out of me. He would always ask,
Mamma me.
Why?
Wah.
That's
Wah
what
wah
it
wah.
sounded like. Think about the video of the southern preacher saying why.
Wah wah wah.
Really
A wee
wasn't that
wee.
bright, and honestly, we didn't really have a lot in common.
A
But
wee
I still
wee. A
continued
tui
to talk to
tui.
him,
A wee
mainly
wee.
because
I
I
don't
kind
know.
of felt bad for the guy. For an example of how much of an idiot this guy truly was, we were walking out of a restaurant going back to our cars, and Denny just walked straight off the curb, not looking for traffic at all, and almost got hit by a car going by.
A
If I
wee.
hadn't have
A
been
wee
paying
wee.
attention, I wouldn't have been able to pull him out of the way quick enough. Hell, looking back, I should have just let him get hit. Anyways, we went on a couple of dates here and there,
Give me brother.
texted and talked on the phone. And yes, we even slept together. But I found
I did not
myself
want to hear
losing
that.
interest after 2
Whoa.
months. We really had nothing in common, and the sex was mediocre at best.
I don't want to
Personally,
hear
I
about
didn't want to
that,
see him
dude.
anymore because I didn't see this going anywhere.
Good.
Well, that's when he lost it. He
A
cried,
wee wee. I
and
gotta
he said that he
go.
loved
Wee
me, and
wee.
just to give him more time.
Just give me
that I
some
would
time.
start
A
to
wee
love him
wee.
too. I stood
Oh,
firm in
no.
what I said, and I broke it off with Denny. Over the next few days, he would text
Shut
me
up, my
nonstop.
conscience.
He would send me songs and videos, and he
Leave
tried
me
very
alone.
hard to get me to talk to him. Until
No,
one day
I'm
he
not
got a
helping
message
you.
that said,
Hey, I saw you getting gas the other day. I started to work at the gas station across the street from your work. You were so beautiful out there pumping
you
gas
stalking
with
me?
your hair blowing in the breeze.
Stop.
Wait,
Creepy.
what the fuck?
You're
Did
creepy.
this guy really get a job an hour away from where he lived to just run into me? Yeah, he sure did.
Hey, level 200.
Not
That
to
means you
mention,
can go
this
try
gas
and get in
station is only 3
CP2.
miles from my home.
V1.
After
Hold up.
seeing that text, I avoided that place like I was the plague.
Good.
Of course, he knew I worked just across the street at the diner and would come there for lunch nearly every day. I would see him coming in
A
and
wee.
dart as quickly as I could to the back room.
A wee wee.
I peeked my head out just to see that he was looking straight back at me.
It's me, wee wee.
He'd smile and wave.
I have a wee
No
wee.
matter how
Very
much
big
I
wee
ignored
wee.
him, he still came in.
I
day
have a very
after
big
day.
skittle.
One day he came in for lunch, and he had a smirk on his face. A creepy smile, like he had a secret.
Alright.
I had to go out and clean tables that day, and when I got close to his table, he said,
Oh, you always smell so good with that perfume. I miss that smell.
I just said, thanks, it covers up the onion smell quite well. I start to turn and walk away when he then grabs my wrist and tells me, "Drive home safe tonight." Okay, what a damn creeper. Well,
That's
I figured
probably
out why he said
fine.
that, because on my way home after I had work, I had a tire blow out. I called my dad to help me, and when we got the tire off, we then found 3 very long screws in my back tire, all in a perfect little triangle shape. My dad looked at it and then said, "It looks like someone put screws behind your tire. You didn't just pick these up randomly on the road." Oh, well, that's just great. I knew exactly who did it, and he sabotaged my tire, the prick. Later that night, my phone dings, and it's from Denny.
I'm glad your dad was able to give you a hand tonight. A beautiful woman like you shouldn't have to change a tire.
I started to shake. I was scared. I was angry. I was so frustrated with this guy. He had watched us change my tire, and I didn't even notice him anywhere. I finally blocked the number, quit my job, and found another in a nearby city. That was the last I heard from him for months. Until one day when I was waiting at the bus stop for my daughter to get off the bus. The bus pulls up, and I look up to the window.
Yeah,
and who
boys.
do I fucking see? No one other than Denny.
Call the
He
cops
smiled
already,
this
man.
sick, sly smile, and he told
Oh,
my
wait.
daughter to have a good rest of her day as she stepped off the bus. I know I had forgotten to breathe during this because I finally gasped as the bus pulled away. I asked her if the older guy on the bus was training, and she said he was a bus monitor, and he made her assigned seat right across from him. I felt sick. That was the last straw. This stalker bitch now had a school bus job and was now talking to my daughter. I made some phone calls
What
and
did you
some
say?
complaints to the bus and school, and I got him fired after a couple of weeks.
Yo!
He followed me everywhere. He worked close to me, fucked with my car, found my daughter's school and bus number, and then moved to my town. We only knew each other for 2 months, and this weirdo became totally obsessed. After I got him fired, I never heard from him again. Later on, when I looked him up, I found out that he had moved back to Alabama. Good riddance. There are some really insane people in the world. Be careful who you let into your life.
No way, Rafa
Just
just was.
when I received a string of texts from my friend Jace. A guy named Ethan approached him after asking about me. Or his words, Jace's pretty brunette friend. He asked Jace to put in a good word for him and for my Snapchat. Jace refused and informed me the guy was a huge creep. I figured it would go away on its own. It didn't. The exact same thing happened the next
Alright, boys,
day.
that is crazy. I got Leo now.
By the end of the week,
Hold
he'd
on,
gone
hold on.
through
Pause. Why? He? Leopard was just in stock. Is in stock. Oh my god. I can prove it too. Look. Actually, let's just take it this way. Let's go. I can't believe Leopard's in stock. I've actually never seen Leopard in stock before. And I messaged Ace about it. Obviously, he's probably asleep because it's Thursday and he has school tomorrow. So, like, you know, yeah. That's kind of sad. That means... I just can't believe Leopard's in stock. Everyone has school tomorrow. Which sucks. School is so bad. Besides me. Because it's a Friday tomorrow. And Friday... I'm still gonna have to do school, though. Does it awaken? Oh my god, what is this awaken Womble doing? Bro, I've never had Leo in stock before. I've genuinely never had that. I don't think anyone has. Ain't no way. Look. I'm gonna put it up. No. Dude, I just wanted to see if Budo's in stock so I can buy Budo on this account. But I checked. I scrolled all the way down as like the jokes to see if any mythics are, and I saw Leo. So let me show you like what happened. So I was just walking over here on my phone, like seeing if Budo is in stock. So I saw smoke flame. I kept scrolling. I saw Budo. I scrolled all the way down, man. Oh my god, I can't believe that. And obviously, I'm not even on my main account. I'm not on my main. So it doesn't matter what happened. I'm gonna log on to my main to prove I have Leo now. I did not have Leopard before this. I had Spirit. RIP that Spirit fruit. And what's even funnier is that Leopard, Leo is... No, Spirit, I got it from it being in stock. So, like, I don't really care if you see that, because that's... Everyone knows that's my name. Like, look at this. This was just crazy to me. I wasn't suspecting it. I can't believe Leopard is in stock. Like, it doesn't show I'm shaky. I'm not shaky, but like... As you can see, this is my main account. As you can see, I have the iconic Self to the Purple Man. You go here, talk. I have Leopard equipped because I just bought it. Boom. I'm just gonna say it. Leopard in stock? No way. Oh god. I don't need this right now. Who is attacking me? There's a Leopard! Look, man. Look, this is a joke, man. Ew, can't put me down. Alright, I just proved it. I have recording on it. I'm recording. Alright, boys, that's the end of today's video. I'm gonna go ahead on and record the next. We're going. I'm gonna get 300 mastery on Leopard in the video. That was crazy. Alright, well, this has been Purple. I'm gonna post this. Bye bye.